I'm ready. There's nobody there.
Okay.
There's nobody in the chat.
Well, then just
We're
go
all
live
locked in.
and talk amongst yourselves. We'll just talk until people show up, like we did last time.
All right.
That worked well.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, there's nobody there.
And I use it.
Well, actually, do I need to have private comments?
I know.
I think they'll show up. Let's go then.
Hey guys, we are live. We're just waiting for people to show up in the chat before we get started.
Yep.
We have a
Some
special guest
people.
tonight, Adam Bachwich. Welcome, Adam.
Welcome, Adam.
Welcome, Adam. Yes, glad you're here.
All right.
I'm just gonna wait a little bit here and hope that people show up. And I did have the promo video out, and
There's somebody. Hey, there you go. Hey, Burgos. Hey, John, I'm tripping. We got 2 people in the chat, guys. Welcome.
Oh.
Hey guys.
All right.
Welcome.
Hey, Karen Maloney. Hey, girl. What you doing?
Hey,
Nice to see you
Karen.
again. Brody.
Guys,
Hi, Brody.
we're just waiting a couple minutes for people. We're gonna get started.
Brody's in the house. Brody Bodell. Hey.
Yes,
Got
Teresa's
4
keeping
people.
track because I
Yay.
can't see the chat yet.
Let's see.
If they can click on live comments, I noticed that on mine, it comes to a private chat. You have to click over where it says live comments to see their.
That's what I did. And then I'm like, there they are. Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So far, the same people. I just shout out. What's going on? Oh, where the hell at? Did you post in the group? Anybody?
I
No,
did.
I didn't. Thank you. Thank you so much, Curious, because I did not. I've been doing this for the last 3 hours.
Welcome,
But
Quantum
it was
Wannabe.
a while ago, so it's all right.
Hey, Burger. Oh, we got a new one, Quantum
Hey, Teresa.
Wannabe.
Teresa, why don't you go in her comment? That way people see the link to the show.
Yeah.
Where do you
It
want
was
to
a
go?
while ago that I put it up. And
To the group and post that we're live. Please, on your phone.
Okay, Frankie Aponte. Hey, Frank. Okay, Frankie Aponte.
Teresa, you were very, not echoey. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of
better? Here.
It's like, you know how your voice sounds when you're in a bathroom? That's how it sounds, like that echoey sound. I can't describe it.
I'm sitting
That's the best I
on
got.
the ground next to the TV.
Huh. Is the TV on?
Yeah.
That could be the problem. Turn the TV
No,
off.
it's down. It's not on. It's not on,
it's not.
trust me. It's on mute. No.
Oh, well then that's not it.
Karen Maloney, all stocked up, if everyone is. I have family members in quarantine now in Michigan. It's getting bad all over, trust me.
Teresa, I'm having such a hard time hearing her. Like I hear her, but it's all. It's like it's too loud or something. Like, can you turn the volume down on your headphones, Teresa?
Yes, I can. Yes. Is that better?
yeah.
No,
better?
I still hear. No, it still sounds. The same. I can't describe it.
Well,
I
I can
can't
take
describe
it
what
off.
I'm hearing.
Is that better?
Take him out.
There. Is that better? I got him down. There you go.
That's a lot. Yeah, actually, that is better.
There.
That is better. Yes.
They were too loud. They were loud. That's why.
I think I'm just hearing a lot
You
of
were a little
background
bit-
noise. That's the problem. Because I'm hearing a lot of background
That's
noise.
because they were. Yeah.
I don't know where the background noise is coming from.
I don't know.
Oh, Trinkles is here. I know her. Hey, Trinkles.
Hey, Twinkle.
Oh, good. You
Meow,
can see
meow.
the chat too. That's
Yeah.
I
I
can't
can't
see
tell
the
though.
chat.
I can see the chat. Let me. That's weird.
Hmm.
That's all
Oh,
right.
it's cool. You can see it.
All right, everyone. Let's see.
Meow, meow, meow.
You want to get started?
Yeah, get started. Okay,
Well, then
then we have
I'm gonna do the. Oh, I'm sorry. I just said I'm gonna do the thing I want to talk about. I'll talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
after the interview part then, because I'm still uploading.
Mine too.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam, are you ready? I'm going to ask you a few questions here for our guest here. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, first question then. Adam, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. And when did you first become aware of the Mandela Effect?
It was summer of 2016. It was kind of a funny story if I could share it real quick. I
Okay.
discovered it through, of all places, Pokemon Go, the video game. Because that was like that was the big craze at the time. And my sister was making fun of me about it and stuff because I kept finding all these people like this Aunt Boo or whatever her name was, put out a video about Pokemon Go opening up the gates to hell and all this kind of stuff, right? So I went to YouTube and was just searching the term opening the gates of hell. And of course, CERN pops up. And then from there, it gave me another link. You know how it goes. You know, you get all these recommended videos. And I found one with Photo Helix talking about the Bible changes and stuff like that. So I'm like, whoa, what in the world have I stumbled into? So,
yeah, really? Oh, wow.
That's how I first discovered it.
All right.
Seeing one of his videos, he was talking about one of your other questions.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, then what was the first Emmy that made you realize this was more than just a trending YouTube topic?
Well, going back to one of his videos where I was going to say one of his videos was talking about how wineskins in the Bible had changed to bottles. And I was like, that is really bizarre, you know, and then the unicorns being in the Bible. The Bible ones are the main ones that affect. Of course, they're not affected by other ones, but yeah, that was the first one. I was like, okay.
Yeah, really. I know it. Okay, then what are your top 3 anchor Emmys? Bible changes.
Yeah, I'm affected by one. Yeah, the lion shall lay down with the lamb. You know, that's a huge one. I mean, wolf. I just don't know how it could have ever been wolf. You know, and that has, of course, you know, biblical meaning behind it too. You know, lion representing Jesus and wolf representing, you know, Satan or whatever. The way I look at it, anyhow. Then Oscar Mayer's been a big one for me. I never remembered it Mayer. You know, if it was spelled M-A-Y-E-R, wouldn't you think you pronounce it Mayer, Oscar Mayer? But everybody still says Oscar Mayer.
I know, really.
You know, and then I guess the Monopoly Man's a big one for me with the whole monocle. You know, I remember playing. You know, went to Shreveport Casino, was playing Monopoly game over there, and he had the monocle. You know, and and that's the three, I guess. My 3
good ones.
Main ones.
In your opinion, what? Go ahead. Yeah, those are good ones. Go ahead.
No, no, that's
okay.
It.
And in your opinion, what do you believe is causing the Mandela Effect to happen?
I mean, you know, I way before I even learned about the Mandela Effect, I used to watch videos about, you know, the Illuminati and Anonymous and all this stuff. So I think, you know, they're partially responsible. You know, CERN, obviously, with the experiments they're doing over there. I mean, they throw it in your face in that video where the guy has the 2 signs, and yet people, well, they're just making fun. That's all that was. I'm like, no, they're, you know, it's. I think I heard someone say one time that they're not allowed to do anything without first telling us about it or whatever. And I mean, they're just blatantly right out telling us about it, but they're doing it in a way where a lot of people will just dismiss it and be like, oh, well, you know, whatever, you know. So I think it's mainly CERN and, you know, the New World Order, as it were, that's coming and all this stuff. So.
Right. Gotcha. Do you believe there is something that links the Mandela effect, Mandela affected people together?
I mean, it's good to have the communities and stuff. I mean, I don't know anything necessary that makes us special than anybody else as far as what links us together. I mean, there's some believers, some non-believers, and that I've seen in the group. So I don't think it's necessarily a religion thing. So I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe a lot of us tend to think outside the box, as it were. Like we don't blindly follow. And we tend to have our own opinions on stuff and whatnot. So it's just like,
Yeah.
It's critical thinkers, I guess, or however you want to put that.
Right. Yeah, I think so. And do you see the Mandela effect as a negative or positive phenomenon? And do you think it is beneficial to those affected in any way?
I mean, I would think mostly negative. I mean, I could see where certain parts of it could be looked at as positive. Like, I'll give you an example. My favorite female artist is Mariah Carey. Now, I love listening to Mariah Carey's music. Well, I've known every single album, every single song that she's put out, right? Well, then a couple years ago, I discovered a whole album, which I'd heard a couple songs off of it, but there were like other songs out there that I had never heard her put out. And I'm like, I followed her. I know every song she's put out. And strangely enough, one of the new songs I heard from her was a song called Supernatural. And I was like, whoa, so, I mean, that's one of the good aspects. But I mean, overall, I think it's meant for evil. I think some people have, I have one sister of mine, I won't mention her name, but she tries to look at it as a positive thing, and she even says the Bible changes or God correcting it or something like that. And I just can't buy into that one. But but I mean, I think it's meant, they're trying to, obviously they're creating more division with it, but they're the changes and stuff. I mean, you can't tell me the Bible now saying there is no God. In one verse, I can't remember exactly where it's at, but you can't tell me stuff like that is supposed to be for good. I just can't see that.
All right then.
So overall,
yeah.
I mean,
all right.
Everything
I understand
can come.
what you're saying, yeah.
But I tell people everything can be used for good or evil. Everything.
I was just going to say it doesn't necessarily have to be all bad and all good. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so has the Mandela effect changed your personal life and relationships in any way? For example, angering friends or family? And do you know anyone in real life who has also been affected that you can talk to about the ME?
Well, I mean, I when I first about when I can, but then other times, you just kind of learn, who, like, they say you can't really talk to your family that much about it, and I've tried to. At first, I thought my mom was kind of agreeing with me, but then it seems like she doesn't much anymore. Like, I don't know, her husband's kind of convinced her. I talked to him about stuff, but I don't think he necessarily buys into it. Things that maybe are misremembering stuff. I mean, as far as like somebody I can personally talk to, somebody that I first shared it with when I first learned it, and he actually understood it and could see it too. A close friend of mine named Thomas. He's actually in our group, in Teresa's group. But he's the only one that I really feel like I can talk to personally. But in person, that I actually know personally. I have a few friends. Obviously, Twinkles is a good friend of mine that I talk to through Messenger and stuff. But as far as people I actually know in person, he's really the only one besides my wife. On our first, it's kind of funny because on our first date, that's one of the first things I mentioned to her. I'm like, "Have you heard of the Mandela Effect?" And, of course, she told me she heard a little bit of it. So, we're quantumly entangled, as it was. So,
well, that's good.
Big thing for me to believe.
Good, important thing you have others talk to. That's good. Have you ever observed any changes happen in real time? Changes right before your eyes?
Yeah, there was, when I first heard about it, there was the one with the Lord's Prayer in the Bible. I read it in one place in the Bible, then I went to the other, and then when I went back, it had changed. That was the first one that ever happened real time. And Okay, the other one that I kind of observed, it was more or less in real time, and I brought it up when I was on Brian's show last time, was there's the song, I think it's Folsom Prison, the song by Johnny Cash, and it had changed from, you know, don't let them play with guns to gun, and then back to guns, and it's just swapped back and forth. And I think you may remember this on our show we had with him. I distinctly heard it that way, and that was the whole purpose of me coming on that show, was to say, hey, this flip-flop. And then when we played it, it had flip-flopped back. You know, I felt like a fool, because I was like, what's a mess, you know? But that was kind of more or less real time for me. I was like, whoa.
And have you experienced any changes in yourself, such as changes to your appearance, health, personality, etc., since becoming affected?
Maybe. I don't know as far as look wise. That is maybe me getting older. You know, I'm almost 40. I'll be turning 40 in July.
Right.
But health wise, I don't know. I mean, I can't really blame it on the Mandela. It would be a nice cop out though, or whatever. But I've recently been diagnosed with diabetes this year. Like I was told, well, I guess it was about a year ago now, I was told I had diabetes, and you know, I don't know. I'd like to blame it on Mandela. It's probably more of my bad habits of eating and stuff, but I don't know.
Okay.
Can I just interject for 1 minute here?
Yeah.
I've read several articles now. Diabetes is more about your genetics and a malfunction of the liver, I think, one of them, than it is your eating habits. They're finding that people with diabetes have these crystals. The diabetes develops, so it could be something. I'd have to find the article, and if I find it before the end of the show, I'll put the link in the chat so people can read more about it. But
interesting.
it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you eat.
Oh
Food
wow.
doesn't really cause it, and not even weight. Like thin people get diabetes too,
Wow.
and they have. It's just a really interesting article. Let's put it that way, where it takes a lot of the causality away from body shape. It's more about genetics. I would say it's probably a thing. So anyhow, just want to interject there. Sorry, guys. Go back.
Thank you. No, that's good.
Sorry.
All right. Then have you experienced ringing in the ears, sleep disturbances, change in your sleep patterns, or any other changes in your behavior since becoming affected?
Definitely the sleep patterns thing. I don't know. I don't remember last time, besides occasionally on the weekend, that I'll get a full 8 hours sleep. It just every once in a while I'll get the ringing in the ears. That's mostly when I'm at my job, though. I notice it. But yeah, mainly the sleep pattern thing. It's just hard to sleep. You know, of course, I get distracted by different stuff. But
Okay.
it does seem like it's a lot harder to sleep because this thing, you know, we're constantly shifting. I'm sure that affects something.
In your opinion, do you think the MEs are slowing down, speeding up, or vary throughout the year?
I think they vary. Of course, you know, I've been so busy lately, I haven't been able to follow the channels that regularly. But like, you know, I check the subscription areas once in a while, and I haven't really seen anything necessarily that new since the whole Star Trek McCoy one. I think that's the last new one that I've seen, and that's been a few months back. So I'm not even sure what any of the newer ones are right now. So I think they're slowed down for the moment, but then it seems like when they do hit, you'll have several of them hit at one time. You know, of course, around Christmas is always larger time because, you know, everybody's focused on Christmas time. So it seems like they're always coming fast in. So I think it just varies. You know, it slows down, speeds up.
No, you just have to watch their shows, Adam. There's been a ton.
Yeah.
Say what?
You're missing a lot of them.
I've been, you know, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to catch up on yours. I mean, you know, well, I'll talk about that part later.
Sorry, I was just saying that.
Do you think the changes in weather, cloud patterns, natural disasters, etc., are related to the Mandela effect?
I think they can be like I've studied a lot about like the chemtrails and stuff like that, and I think they can be closely related, or at least if they're not related, like they tie in together, like they're both created by the quote unquote powers that be, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. They're tied in that way. Whether or not the chemtrails create the effect or something, I don't necessarily think so. I just think they're related in the same way. If I eat a pizza, I eat a hamburger. I'm eating food. They're in the same category, I guess you could say.
Okay, sure. Do you think the laws of physics are changing?
I'm not really sure. Like I didn't completely understand what was meant by that question, but I mean, gravity, or if you want to call it gravity or whatever. I'm studying into different theories on that, but
let's just say laws of physics are always changing anyway. But the question is, do you think they're changing like real fast, just like all of a sudden, or making things from how they were, like for example, the Mandela Effect, and it could be related to it. Just basically changing things would be the laws of physics changing. So,
what do you call? I mean, I guess my question is, when you say law of physics, what are you referring to? What's the law of physics?
Laws of physics are the laws that govern the matter, how matter is for example, like
losing time.
Yeah, time and matter, and basically the laws of physics as we know them, how they measure them, and what they call them. Everything is made out of atoms, etc.
What is
Stuff like that could be changing. What would they know that they're always changing? But this is different. This would be related to the Mandela Effect. Very swift, or all of a sudden, or. But anyway, okay. Do you see anything happening in the future, either related to or because of the Mandela Effect?
Repeat that. Sorry, I was distracted. What did you say?
Do you see anything happening in the future, either related to or because of the Mandela Effect? Do you have any theories about how the future is going to look like concerning the Mandela Effect?
Yeah, I've kind of seen a lot of it. I mentioned the religion aspect of it and stuff, and I've seen here recently, it seems like more preachers and pastors, or at least a few, are coming against it. Like they're saying, that we're witchcraft, or any of us that believe in witchcraft, or that we're deceived and stuff like that. And I think it can create its own prophecy. For instance, where now in the Bible where it talks about, Jesus says, those who will not follow me, bring them before me and behead them. I mean, to me, that can give them a reason to, get rid of us, to whatever, because they think that we're the ones that don't want to follow them because we believe slightly different, or because we see the changes. And I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to justify them being able to get rid of us and stuff, so I think that's, and I know it's a bleak view of the future, but I mean, that's kind of the way I see it possibly going. I mean, I hope not. I try to put positivity out there, but it's try to be realistic about it.
Okay. All right. Is there anything you'd like to add or tell us that we didn't ask you?
Well, I just wanted to share, Sandy had told me it was okay to kind of share this about how I feel my mission within, it took me a while to kind of realize what my purpose was within the community and what my mission is. And I feel like, I've been called as sort of I guess you could call it archiver or backup. I call myself, my little nickname, I call myself as Mandela Pack Rat. Cause I've always been, hate to admit it, but I've always been kind of a hoarder in real life. So I've kind of done that with all the channels. Like I've been trying to back up channel after channel. It started off years ago backing up Wendy Mitchell's stuff before her channel got taken down. You know, so I have a lot of her videos backed up. Photo Helix, I got his before his was taken down, and I mean, every channel you name, you know, including yours, you know, and Brian's and everybody else's, I've got backed up on hard drive. I mean, you know, it's constantly an everyday job trying to get everything backed up, get stuff copied, and I'm still not caught up by any means. And I'm currently discovering new channels. So just, you know, I feel like that's been my purpose within the community, is to have everything backed up and archived in case we ever need it. And I wanted to, if I could real quick, just kind of give some suggestions, if I can, for YouTube makers. When you're naming your videos, try to create different names, you know, even if it's just slightly variants, like put a 1 or 2 or something after, because that kind of makes it sometimes hard, because it'll try to download 2 videos that have the same name, would only get one of them. So I'm having to go back, catch the second one, and download it. And
well, usually I
Yeah,
put the date on it. Can you go by date?
yeah, I mean, that's fine, as long as there's something different in the title.
But that's
You know,
what I already do.
Some of your older ones weren't, though, like your 3 creepy Matrix and stuff. Like there's, you know, 5 different videos with that same name, which that's fine. I mean, I just had to go back and try to catch those.
Really? Oh my God. I have to look into that. Well, I'm glad you said something. Yeah, I will
It's
definitely look into that. Yeah.
Something with this new, you know, this new age restriction thing that they got on YouTube now, right? Something a lot of people may not have realized is that's affected a lot of channels, including mine. I have my own channel that me and my wife do, will revisit churches. And what it will do is, where, you know, where it shows uploads and it shows all your videos, where you have the video tab, that tab will disappear. Like it did on mine. I had to go in there and go in my settings and figure out how to make it show back up. Like right now, there's a channel called Crunchy Bee. And if you click on his channel, his or her channel right now, it will not show all of the videos. It will just show like the latest 5. Like the videos tab is completely gone. So that's something everybody who's a YouTube creator needs to go in there and check and make sure that you can see all the videos, because YouTube will hide those automatically due to that new age restriction thing that they started this year.
Right.
So,
okay. Thank you.
Like I said, I had to do mine. Yours are okay. I picked yours, Curious, so yours is okay. But
all right. Thank you. I'll look into that for sure.
Does anybody have any questions for Adam? If so, put them in the chat. Adam and Truth,
I know
see the question.
True TNT has something earlier.
Huh?
Yeah, I saw one earlier by True TNT. He says True TNT asked a question earlier. I'd have to scroll back up. I think it had something to do with the apocalypse. He said that I think it's going to happen or whatever because of the Mandela or something. Is that going to change it? Yeah.
I don't know if these are related, though. In another reality, there's probably this pandemic probably is not taking place.
Yeah,
probably
is.
Right.
I am done.
But
I'm be sending you the image soon. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Picture of the folders now. It looks like there's a lot. Some of them have like 1 image in it, so don't worry. Like, don't panic when you see it. Okay.
Okay.
Are you there?
Y'all see my puppy?
Oh, how cute! Oh, listen.
Yeah, that's Mickey.
Hi.
That's Mickey.
That's Mickey.
That's my new puppy, Mickey.
Our year-old girl had 5.
Yeah, our puppy had 5 puppies, so we're giving 2 of them away. I wanted to show y'all. My wife was like, show them our new puppy.
His name's Mickey. He won't answer to me. If I call him Mickey, then he'll come.
Sweet. Okay. What else? Okay, we're gonna okay, we'll go to the folders. Is it that's what you're getting at there, Sam?
Yeah, I'm sending you the images right now, and so there's no overlap, so you don't get confused with the images.
So you want me to? So when should I go to Flickr, now or later, or? You
can go to Flickr now, and the folders are LGS today's date. No dashes, just
Okay.
31820. Let's finally get to the show so I can see this chat.
I'm here. Hello?
Hi, Teresa. I'm calling you.
No, I've been muted because you were interviewing.
I know, me too.
Oh, okay.
Are there any other questions for Adam while we're getting...
Anybody? Oh, David Cook's in that. Good.
Yeah, what?
Yay.
I'm going to say hello to True TNT, David Cook, Brody Leonardo, A&E Coins. Let's see, obviously. Esther Anders is here.
Oh, Esther.
She's
Yay.
still here. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Twinkles the
Where'd
Kitten
you
is
go?
Frankie
Now?
Aponte. Johnson Trippin.
Quantum a wannabe.
Karen
Quantum.
Maloney. Quantum Wannabe. And Burgos. See you
Yay.
guys. Did I miss anybody?
Welcome.
I don't think I did. Yes.
Well, somebody pops in new. Oh, hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
What's that?
Again.
I think she.
No, there's distortion.
What do the
coming
letters
from
mean?
Teresa. I don't know.
What?
Distortion.
Don't mind me.
Thank you. That's the word. Distortion.
Distortion.
No, I could not put my finger on the word I was
yeah.
looking for. It's distortion.
I got Apple earpods on.
I believe you, Teresa, but you know what? It actually could be your computer.
Oh, Lord.
It's
Yeah, that again.
I know,
Darn it.
but you know what? Distortion.
Is that better?
And you stay in the show. Yeah, what'd you do?
Wait a minute. I'm going to put a book underneath it. Hold on. See if that helps.
It's already helping.
Let's go with the book.
It's so
Hold
much
on.
better.
There you go. There's the book underneath it.
Am I
that
crazy
better?
or is that a ton better, guys?
I put a book underneath it.
Teresa, your voice is so much clearer.
Seriously?
Oh my God. Yes.
All I did was put a book under it. Like, seriously. Seriously?
Wait, True TNT saying my voice is distorted. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. You're distorted.
I can hear you fine.
They're all saying that I'm the one distorted.
It kind of fades into.
I'll leave and come back. I'll be right back.
Hey, it's something. That's funny.
She left, and she's gonna come back.
Yeah,
See
I
if
can
that
hear
helps
you,
her.
Teresa, pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, all I did was take a book,
Yeah, it sounds
put it
good.
underneath the laptop, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. If she comes back. Adam, what do the letters mean on your icon?
Oh, that is mine and my wife's ministry. We
Uh-huh.
visit different churches and upload the audio, and we have a YouTube, but it stands for Serenity Ministries for Jesus Christ.
Oh,
So,
All right, guys, do I sound better?
anybody's welcome to they can
Yeah,
search it, go
that
into
sounds
the
better, I
music,
think.
search it.
oh wow, cool.
Or I might get
All right,
a link
wait,
in the comments after the show or something.
I'm sorry, Adam. I want to ask the chat, do I sound better?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, much better. Okay, True TNT says much better. We are good to go.
David Cook says your
All right.
voice is distorted.
Yeah, they changed. Now they're all saying I'm good. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
StreamYard's gotten a lot better over the past year, but it's still got some little bugs, you know? All right, Curious, where do you want to start? Oh, wait. I wanted to start with
I don't
my
know.
little
Huh?
LGS first. I wanted to talk about that really quick.
Okay.
And Adam, the Mandela Effects, feel free to jump in, give your opinion, answer the questions, you know?
Yeah. Apparently, there's one about the bionic woman. Huh? I hadn't heard about that one.
What is
Quantum.
it? What is
Which one?
I don't know. Quantum wannabe. Do you want to share what that one is?
Yeah, what is the Mandela effect with the bionic woman? Jamie Summers, maybe the way it's spelled. It could be the spelling, because some people remember Summers, Summers, and some people remember Sommers. It could be that. That's an old effect.
Sandy, is this the Smurfs?
Yes, 31820, and then it says first, the word first.
Okay, he says, what do you remember about the
Discussion. It
almost
actually
wedding
says
between
first.
Steve Austin and Daniel? I didn't watch it enough, so I really don't.
I remember that.
I don't
They said,
remember
when do you remember it? I don't know. I didn't watch the show that much, so I don't know.
I have no idea
Okay,
quantum
here we
want to
go.
be. I really don't.
Someone says, one guy remembers it around 1980, True TNT. Yeah, I was born in 1980, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm an oldie.
I was still a toddler, so. So guys, Data Junkie in Sky Performance chat, I should be more specific. Let me know that the Philly police announced that they were stop arresting people for, as they put it, victimless crimes like car theft, breaking into cars, breaking into stores, shoplifting, narcotics. I was like, really? And I came across this article last night. You get the next image. I have little screenshots of the most important parts of the article. So I read this last night. Now, this page was there last night. As they've instructed the department to begin delaying arrests for a slew of low-level. And notice they call it low-level because last night that said victimless, and now it says low-level criminal. Internal memo obtained by Billy Penn and WHYY Philadelphia. I'm adding that in because that's our local PBS channel. States that crimes include theft, burglary, prostitution, stolen automobiles. How's that victimless? Vandalism and certain economic crimes will no longer automatically result in detention, in being arrested. They're going to serve bench warrants. That's it. You know the next image. This was added from last night. It was the next image is what they added. It says concerns about law and order. Outlaw. He was not turning a blind eye to crime because that's how it seemed. That's how it sounded last night. People were furious. They were worried about riots. Well, I was a little nervous about that too, but you know, you don't think anything of it. Can you go to the next image, Curiouser? Until this morning when I took Joey to work.
Last night?
Broken into.
What?
Someone broke into my car last night. They didn't take the compartment in my car and trash, just threw trash everywhere. Everything that I had in the center console, in the glove box, in the cubbies of the doors, they just threw everything everywhere. No point. No point at all.
You were mad.
I had a medicine bottle with
Wow.
Advil. They didn't even touch the Advil on the bottle. Nothing. So nothing was
You might
taken. They
want to,
just made a mess of
Sandy.
it. What?
Sandy, you might
Yeah.
want to disinfect all of it.
I did. There's
we
nothing
touched-
missing. It's just
No, I mean-
trash.
I said disinfect.
Fact, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just in case. You don't know. You never know where their hands have been.
Yeah. True. So I just thought it was odd that this was announced last night, and this morning I woke up to my car broken into. This
Damn.
is odd.
That's strange. Coincidence,
Yeah.
right?
It's just a weird coincidence that I wanted to share. That's all. Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, how do you spell douchebag? He spelled it D-E-U-C-H-E. I can never figure out how to spell douchebag.
Yeah, I always spelled it with an O, like D-O-U-C-H.
Hey, that might be, hey guys, that might be a Mandela effect. How do you spell douchebag?
Oh, wait. True TNT says they were looking for hand sanitizer. No, they weren't, because it was in my car, and they left it on the front seat.
What?
They did not take
Wow.
my hand sanitizer.
Maybe they were looking for toilet paper.
Daniel, I thought you were working tonight. What happened? Anyway,
I guess.
what do you want to do first? Do you want to show yours?
Alright.
Yours is. I have two of yours in here. I have
Okay.
G and I have Speedy.
All
What
right.
are we presenting tonight?
What'd you say,
Anybody?
Teresa?
Hold on.
What kind of effect? Oh,
All righty.
Oh, in order to
Okay.
what's that?
Sandy?
This is yours.
To there?
Oh, but I thought you were gonna.
Huh.
All right.
Okay. All right, guys.
Wish Jerry
Please
That's
ignore
okay.
my
I'll say- okay.
really bad handwriting.
Sandy attempted these graphics, but you get the idea that they're what she's talking about. Okay, so which General Electric GE logo do you remember? We both. Well, let's not say. Okay, just look at those and what comes to mind first. Just pick one, 2, or 3.
So True TNT says 2.
Okay.
Adam, you can say which one you pick.
The middle one, the small G.
So 2 for you.
Yeah.
I don't like the first one.
Okay, Daniel
I don't like
says
the
3.
first one, and 2 looks good.
Brody
I
Brodell
like
says
2.
3.
Anybody like 2?
Quantum 2. I hear you, Teresa. Teresa's 2.
Yay!
Quantum Wannabes 2. Karen
Yay.
doesn't know. That's okay. David Cook says 2, but isn't completely sure. What are you saying, Teresa? Teresa,
Okay. What?
what are you saying?
Number 2.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in before we tell you?
What is it? I don't know. What is the current reality?
Okay, well, Brody Brodell says he remembers cursive. And True TNT says the winner that picked the right one gets a Scooby snack because he knows he has the current reality. D. Livermore says 1. Okay, we have everyone's chosen one of the 3. So, Curiouser, what do you remember?
Yeah. I definitely remember the first one. I think I do. Yeah.
And I actually remember the third one. I actually remember the first one more than the second. It was a capital G for me. So I'll go with 1 or 3. But it is currently 2, everyone. 2 is the is the answer. But it could just be it's my handwriting that's throwing you off. So
this is it.
Right.
Yeah.
This is how it is.
That's what I remember.
No. That's how it is now. There's no change, Teresa. None.
I got
Okay.
the upload.
And I just want to say, looking at this image, it looks like an H. It looks like a very ornate H to me, not GE.
Huh. Yeah.
Okay, this is how I remember it with a capital G and a capital E both.
Interesting.
And the logos through time.
Wow.
All right, now here's the interesting
Give me
part.
residue?
I included this. Has anyone ever seen a capital? See, that's the thing. Capital G never looked like that for me in cursive, ever.
No, me neither.
And they're teaching kids this, and I've never known a capital G to look like that. So technically, the G capital G. It probably is a capital G, just this capital G, and that's wrong. The next image is how I know how you write a capital G.
Different. Yeah, like that.
That's how I know.
That's one way of doing the capital G. Okay. Now I want to share some of mine that I had saved. Hold on one second, my folder. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay. This is the dates. This is the dates when they were all
when they came out.
Yeah, and so
it's only been blue since 2004.
Do we know?
Wait, stop.
Yeah.
It's only been blue since 2004. No, it was blue my whole life.
Well, you found another Mandela Effect, Sandy.
I know, me too. It's been blue. All mine too. This is a little residue. I think that's wait, hold on. I'll find it. But that's the residue of the large capital G. Here's some more residue. Capital G. Okay, there's the blue. There's that. That's my attempt. Okay, that's how it is now. Let's see. That's how it is now. This is a little bit of residue. More residue. I guess. Oh, there. General Elected. And this is what that's coming from. The famous logos and they're doing another font experiment, but the fact that they use the large G is really interesting to me. But they were just working with fonts, general. That's how I, capital G. Why is this not working? Logos 20 years from now. That's capital G. It's a strange one. Somebody did something by GE with the capital G.
That's really interesting.
Okay, and that's all I had to share. Yeah.
That is very interesting. And everybody in
All
chat
right.
saying blue their whole life.
Yeah,
Realize
blue.
that it wasn't blue until 04. That's wrong. Hi, Brody. Shout out. Hi.
All right, what
So
next?
what's next? Pick whatever you
Mine
want.
again? Okay.
I decided to do it. Let them just see what they remember. So I just took the color out.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so
that's another one.
which which Adidas logo do you all remember? Top, middle, or the bottom?
Ooh.
And if anyone's having a hard time seeing the difference, yeah, 1, 2, or 3 would probably. So 1, the bars are different length. 2 of the bars are the same length, and 3, all 3 bars are the same length. So that's the difference between 1 bar. True TNT says 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay if you don't know Quantum Wannabe. It's fine. Quantum Wannabe. Daniel P says 1. Brody Brodell. So, Teresa or Adam, do you guys want to chime in? David Cook says 1.
I'm gonna go 1. I'm gonna go 1.
Teresa?
What am I looking at? The letters or the triangles?
The bars. The word.
Oh, not the letters. I'm going to agree with him on 1. I like 1. 1 looks familiar.
Anyone
Got
else
a lot
want to
of
chime in
ones,
the chat?
What do you? Yeah. Yeah, I like 1.
Right now it's 2 3s and a 1.
All right.
And 2 3s and 3 1s. Well, 5 1s with you 2.
Ooh. What about you, Curiouser? What do you like?
I'll show you. Hold on, I'm getting there.
What?
Okay. Now this is
And the winner is?
this is how it currently is.
Yep.
The 1. Now I don't remember it at all like that. I remember it more like the 3rd one, which it steadily would climb like that. I did Photoshop this and I didn't do a very good job. I apologize. This probably should be slightly smaller here. But anyway, thank you. And it was like a slope, like a triangular kind of shape. And this one is now all different sizes and it just looks really odd to me. So, yeah, I wanted to share that. But I definitely don't remember that being like that at all.
And it's more streamlined
I go
with it being
3.
the same heights. It looks more streamlined.
Mm-hmm.
A logo design, like it's when they're all the same height. Brody Brodell says 3. So you had in between 1 and 3 before you went with 1.
Well, good. I'm glad people remember like I do. Do you want me to share a couple more and then we'll go to your folders and just stay there?
Sure. You still have one in the folder
Oh.
though. Speedy.
Oh, I do? Oh,
Yeah, Speedy's in there.
oh, okay. We'll go there. Okay, here we go. You all familiar with Speedy Gonzales? The old cartoon character. Now, what color is Speedy Gonzales' sombrero? How does everyone remember that color? Should we give him a color choice or just no?
I just
Yeah.
want to see what, let's see, before we give them a color choice, let's see what they answer first.
Okay.
If we get all
Okay.
crazy answers, then we'll give them an option. Yes, not white.
Pink. No.
Yeah, see, we're not gonna, no, guys. Get the color out. Just so we're asking you what color you remember. So Adam Bachwich says green. David Cook says yellow.
Yeah.
True TNT says dark gray. Daniel P says a beige brownish tan. Not white. Do you mean off-white, Karen? Tannish, maybe. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't white. We're not saying it was white. We're just, I just took the color out so you didn't see the color that it is now. So tan for Karen. Got it. Quantum Wannabe says, I don't remember the white outfit either. It was very colorful, as I remember. See, now I do remember the white outfit. But I can look into that. Tannish for Brody, Brodell, and Karen. Anyone else remember Speedy Gonzales' hat? I think there's only a few people in the chat right now.
What? Where'd they go?
I think Esther went to bed.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Or maybe they thought they'd come back after the show and never got around to it. It's okay.
Hmm.
All right, guys. Curiouser, why don't you tell them what color you remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember his hat red.
Mm-hmm. And I remember his hat tan. But here's the thing. We're both wrong. It's not red or tan. At least it isn't now. Curiouser told me.
Yellow.
Well, you tell me what you told me. Tell
Yeah,
them what
I
you told
sure
me.
don't remember yellow. Huh?
Bright yellow, guys.
Yeah, it's a bright yellow. It's a neon
like
bright
yellow.
Yeah, real yellow. Real bright
It's not even
yellow.
doing it justice. That's more That's more residue. When you get to the actual cartoon, you'll see it's like a lemony yellow. It's bright.
Yeah. Okay, this is looks like a tannish hat.
Yeah. That's a tan hat. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a dark tan though.
This is
I remember light tan, but I got it.
orange.
All right, there's orange.
His outfit's more colorful there, that's for sure.
Yeah, his outfit is more colorful there. For someone who didn't.
And this
who
is
said
how
they
I
didn't remember a
remember
white outfit.
red.
Quantum. Yeah, Teresa found that.
Yeah, definitely red.
Oh yeah, I got lucky.
Like
I got
that.
lucky with that one.
I notice he's also wearing blue. Quantum Wannabe, does that look right to you? With the blue?
Yeah, I know he probably wouldn't have a he might have a different outfit. I don't remember his outfit color. But I know it's red hat for me.
I do remember the white, but Quantum Wannabe said, I don't remember the color, sorry. Okay. It's okay. True TNT says, good find, Teresa. So that yellow
Thank
is very
you.
pale. It looks like he's a... But there's a tan that I can go with. I kind of remember that tan. I think I did have a green in here for Adam. That's the color I remember right there. Oh wait, not that one. I'm delayed. The one with the black. Now you're on the box. That's
Yeah,
too
we
yellow.
saw what you remember. Yeah, I like this. This is like a faint. It's very light yellow, kind of a dark tan, kind of yellowish tan.
That's okay. Yes. Hey, Lord Celtic Frost, welcome.
Oh,
And these are
he's here?
hi. Yeah, welcome. And yeah, see that yellow is just way too bright for me. I can't.
That is so wrong. That yellow is so wrong, guys. Look
Yeah,
at that.
it's just bright. Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, the lace chip.
Yeah, this is like the majority anymore. The majority anymore is going to be like this bright yellow right here. If you see it.
Remember his tail.
You see the image
Like
of
that.
I don't.
Did you see the pin? Like
That
two
wake you
back.
up?
The pin has a crazy. Oh, that's an animated gift that didn't translate well. That yellow is insane to me. Nope. There's a tan as well for you. Is that the one with the red trim? It's not on my screen yet.
Listen to it.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I definitely remember red.
Now, this one, the ornament's interesting because it's more tan on the ornament, but the box is bright yellow. And then this is a red one for you.
Yeah.
With a blue outfit.
The red. Yeah, blue again, huh?
Yeah. Sure. There's one with the blue hat.
You know that?
Yeah. There's one with a shirt or something.
And there's also this is interesting that it's a whole different hat seen there, but it's got red in it.
And green
Yellow
pants.
again, like an orange.
I knew I remembered green from somewhere. It was the pants and the thing around his neck that was green.
Red.
So here, that's his cousin.
The red hat.
Yeah.
On him.
There's a.
Huh.
I don't remember that either.
Me either.
Red.
There he is playing baseball.
Yep. Looks like he's decked out to play for the Phillies.
Green.
There's the green. I knew there was green.
There it is.
Go, Adam.
There's the green. All right.
down
what I'm
again.
noticing. I'm noticing this a lot. There's a lot of variation anymore. Before things were
Yeah, there is.
standard.
Yeah.
Very straight.
I know. I noticed that too. It's that's not what we remember in our old realities. Anything like that. No. It was just one way. I think hold on. I think I might have one more. Yeah, I do. Hold on. I'm coming. Okay. There we go. Speaking dolls. With the red. But you notice that each time he's got a red hat, the outfit's blue. You notice that?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So it's
That's true.
yeah.
Good building. Weird.
That's really interesting. And you remember the white with the red, right? Curiouser? And you remember a white outfit?
Oh,
or
with the
the
red.
blue?
See, that's what I can't remember. It could have very well been blue. I just remember the red hat. I can't remember the outfit color. It could have been blue.
Oh, okay.
Definitely white or blue. So
people say they remember him singing it, but no, he's never sang it.
Wow.
There were videos made saying that he used to sing it and he doesn't anymore. Personally, that is a Mandela Effect. I think Moneybags did a video. Or Scar Performance. One of them did it.
okay.
Hey, Twinkles.
I might as well go ahead and show some real fast. That's okay.
Sure, it's your channel. Go right ahead.
All right. Sounds good. I want to say a couple things about this pandemic we're going through. Okay. I just think that we should not hoard quite so many supplies. It's getting us all into a bind, and I think that we're good with just a little at a time. We all don't have to hoard things. I work part-time in a grocery store, and it's painful to see. Okay.
I bet it is.
And yeah, it's like, it's not the end of the world. People are acting like it is, and everyone's going on driven by fear, but it's putting us into a very bad situation. So I think that there's also, if you do fall ill, if you get sick, there's also delivery services. You don't have to just have a closet full of stuff in case you get sick. You're taken care of already. Just get a little at a time till maybe it'll add up to you feel like you're okay, and that's all. All right, that's all I wanted to say.
Teresa also wanted to talk about. Teresa, is there anything you wanted to say about what's going on? Teresa?
I'll talk about it later. Yeah.
I wanted to talk about what's happening there. Go ahead, talk.
I'll talk about it later.
Why? We're talking about the coronavirus now.
Oh, okay. Where do I start? Well, a few days ago, it started first that they were locking down all the schools. That's how it started. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
The schools were all being shut down. So basically, everybody had to pull the kids out of school. First, it started like that. And then yesterday, the governor goes live and he says that as of midnight, first, the whole strip, which consists of hotels, and some of the hotels were already closing down on their own, but then he made I guess a law or whatever they do, that the whole strip, including even though the ones that were already shut down for like nightclubs and stuff, all the strip casinos, everything was going to be shut down, like dead. Not one casino was going to be open on the strip. This is going to hurt our economy here in Vegas because we have people who fly all over the world. Yes, you don't know what kind of diseases they're bringing in, but my city depends on the livelihood and the people who work and raise their families work in these casinos, whether it's in the casino and the restaurants and the shows, the shopping, they're all related. And now the whole strip is supposed to be closed, according to them, for 30 days. And then after that, they said, well, now, besides that, we're going to close down all essential places. And essential and non-essential were going to remain open. And this was going to go for 30 days. Well, day one started today. And as of 12 o'clock this afternoon, all non-essential places like the mall, movie theaters, Sandy, give me some more here. Bowling alleys,
Restaurants.
No restaurants. They're
Indoor.
remaining open.
Indoor.
Not here. They're not.
No, I'm saying like you can't eat
Cafes.
in restaurants anymore.
Right.
Shorter hours.
Yeah.
Some.
So the things that they consider
I think it's easier to
essential is like
mention
gas stations.
I think it's easier to mention what is essential. Anything medical, food, or gas related.
The bank,
essential.
the grocery,
The bank, money,
the grocery
money.
stores.
Government offices, essential, yeah. But
no,
anyway,
actually, anyway,
I know what you're saying because that could hurt and not help. Well,
unfortunately,
that area.
I really thought that my company, because I work for an architecture firm, and which is to me not essential, but however, I think they're looking for a loophole because we build hospitals, which, if you think about it, hospitals are related to what they need for people who are sick and everything. So today they had a meeting at 1:30, so they're trying to make it so that we can continue working and not be having to work from home, which would really hurt us. Because I don't know if we would get see, I can't work from home. I don't have enough hotspot and internet and all that. But they're going to try to continue as long as they can. And I'm really happy in that sense that I had a job to go to today. And therefore pay my rent. Yeah. And I only slept like 2.5 hours, guys. I'm going to crash later on. I know it's going to hit me. I slept from like 2:30 to like 5 o'clock this morning. I didn't get much rest. I was up crying. But like I said again, I'm very happy that I had a place to go to today. And hopefully it stays that way.
I understand that. Yeah, and I just want to say, like Carrie Maloney, I really do understand your situation. I'm glad that you're getting your supplies and everything. I'm just talking about just any old person, that may think they're going to have to, self quarantine someday. Just you don't have to think that way. You don't have to think that you're going to get sick. you think
Well-
people are thinking that way, and
We're
you
not
know,
on,
if you do,
Yeah,
there
if
are
you're definitely
plenty
like
of,
if you're
of
like with myself.
things you can do.
Yeah, like myself, I have all
well,
these health.
guys,
Definitely stock up. We don't want you
Yeah.
going out multiple times.
we're not on,
Yeah.
we're not on quarantine yet, guys. We're not on lockdown. They just really want you to just go to the essential places and come home. Basically, we're not being we don't have like this National Guard out there. We're not a martial law. We're not on. We don't have a curfew yet. I think San Francisco has a curfew.
I would like to share
Yeah,
some good
we're
news
not.
though, because I see a lot of fears in the chat. Today, Senate passed a bill that only needs Trump's signature, and this was Trump's. I sign it. If you make less than 65, you're going to receive $1,000. Every American who makes less than $65,000 a year will receive $1,000 this month and $1,000 next month from the government. A stimulus package. It's just got to be signed off by Trump, but the Senate has approved it. So hopefully that can, try to calm some of the fears about if you're not working, if business is slow. I know that'll be $2,000 for my household. That's more than we've seen since I stopped working. That's going to pay our rent. It's going to make sure we have everything we need. So at least that was passed. All become reality. So let's just say a prayer.
Also, guys, they're working on it looks like they're working on a vaccine already. There's a drug maker, Moderna's coronavirus vaccine ready for human testing. They're going to start testing this vaccine, and they're really getting on the ball with this. So they're saying as early as July they're going to have this available. So yeah, I think there's a lot of good news in this that we can all just appreciate our existence and what we have until then, and see what happens. See what if what they're doing is going to work, or all that. And don't,
I do have another thing of good
don't panic, basically.
Yeah, there's more good news. Cases are completely dropping off in Italy since they started their quarantine. The cases are diminishing rapidly. China overcome it, and there has been zero reinfection, which means once people got the coronavirus, they don't get it again. It's like measles or chickenpox. Chickenpox.
Immune to it, yeah.
Immune to it. So thank God for that. That don't get it again. So yeah. So there is, amongst all the fear mongering that's happening with the media, you gotta find it. But main message is try not to panic. Stay indoors if you don't have to be out.
Yeah, keep your immune systems healthy.
If you can, yeah.
Keep yourselves healthy. What's good for viruses, colds, is the vitamin C and ginger. And there's David. A lot more too. And also, if you can't find a proper sanitizer, you can always use a peppermint oil and eucalyptus oil are good ones. They're actually kill the viruses. To just wipe down things, and they're safe and they're non-toxic, of course. So there's things you can do and about that. And also, don't touch your face, as you know. The virus does not go into your hands. You can't get it by your way of your hands, but if you take it'll carry the virus onto your face and you'll get it that way. So just don't touch your face when you're out and about. All right, that's all.
I do want to say one other thing, because True TNT says that people who get the coronavirus can still get it again. It's back. No, it's not. What's happening is because they now have the antibodies in their system. As of right now, there are 0 cases of reinfection. So they're carriers. They're
Wow.
not infected. There's a difference. They have the antibodies in their
But they're only
system. Sick
carriers for
again.
so long, and then
Yeah, but they're not.
how
No
long are
one has
they?
gotten
They're
sick a
not
second
permanent
time from it.
carriers.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, good.
Sure.
Yeah. Huh.
What?
Interesting.
I'm not
Okay.
out loud.
What is it? Is it the
That's
sugar
horrible. If that's
lowers your
true, that's
immune system?
horrible.
No.
No, the last thing True TNT said.
Thank you,
If
Brody.
anybody,
I know. I got
you
a
guys,
sweet tooth. Um,
I hope that's not true. That
what?
would be hard.
I
Say
can't read.
say something else then.
Is that true?
Hey, Burgos, do you know what that?
That's funny.
Can you translate that to English?
Yeah, you got me all curious now, Sandy. What?
We can't say it out loud.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Might be kids listening. Put it that way.
but
We can't say it out loud. Just
Oh,
go read
okay.
it.
We
Just go
can't
read
say
it.
will
that.
stop.
All right. All right. No more of that. No more of that. All right. So let's get back to the MEs, and
you want to do
I hope you
traces
all
first?
have your place cat proofed. I thought it was
Yeah,
cute
cat-
that there were, those pictures of cats in the toilet paper, because, it's just a funny time for that. Okay, I have this one to share. The Goodyear. I don't remember the shoe thing being in the middle. Let's see. Here's another one. I don't remember this being in the center of the Goodyear. I remember it being on the side. It said Goodyear. The shoe was on the side for me.
I'd have
Okay,
to see
and
it.
I'm showing it right now. Oh, you'd have to.
No, I mean like
Okay, here's
how you remember it.
right. This is how it's always been, though. I do not. And look at that. I mean, the shoe.
Oh,
I remember the Goodyear was one word. It was always just all together as a word. But now it's smack in the middle, and it wasn't like that for me at all.
I kind of remember Goodyear being one word though.
I do. Yeah, so do I. Okay, I don't know, Sandy, do you have the Bell folder at all for the AT&T? No.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
The AT&T Bell, I
Do you
don't
need the
remember
images?
having this circle around here.
I'm going to send you the
that's
images on Messenger.
Okay, that would be great if you could. But these are, it looks like the bells are always circled, and it's always been this way. I don't remember the circles around the bell. I remember just the bell. But yeah, this is what it's saying, that it's all. And here's a square a long time ago, apparently. But I just remember the bell, and that's it. So I don't remember there are all these circles around it. And let's see, I've got a lot more to show, but I don't know if we're gonna have time this show around. Hello. Did you send them?
Going to get.
She
I'm
is
about
sending
to
them.
send them in 2 seconds. I'm right here. It's only 6 images. They're coming. You should have them now.
There was no shoe on Goodyear, just y'all. No, not in my reality.
You don't.
I don't remember it at all. I don't remember a shoe being in there at all. Just the word Goodyear.
Yeah, if it was on the side for me. Yeah, interesting.
Karen
Okay, yeah,
also
here's the bell.
doesn't remember.
Here's the bell by itself. So, yeah, that's how I remember it. Right here. So, Bell, yeah, very good.
Oh,
What is
that
that?
one.
Oh, that's
We
something.
also talked about the logo on that one, the CBLD. It's like all merged.
All right, thank you. Yeah. All right, which folder do you want to go to?
I want to start with Teresa's stuff because in case she gets tired, go to Cheetos first. Teresa, you're up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing it now. I'm starting to crash. My 2.5 hours last night is catching up to me, guys. So here is the Mandela Effect for
We're
me.
waiting for the great Teresa. I have graphics for you.
How do you remember?
Teresa, we have a graphic
Oh,
coming
okay.
up. Hold up.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Right.
Oh, here it is.
Sorry.
Okay. I couldn't find it.
Okay. I'm going to see what everybody remembers. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
All right.
All right, Teresa, you're
Let me
up.
know when you're ready. Thank you.
You're ready. You can see it, right?
So,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
do you remember flaming, ing, hot Cheetos, or do you remember flamin' with no G, hot Cheetos? Which way do you remember it? With the G, flaming, or flame in? To me, this is a Mandela effect, but I want to know what you guys remember. Okay, here we go. What do you remember, chat? Anybody?
Adam, Teresa, what do you guys remember?
And True TNT remembers flaming. Okay.
I
Anybody
don't know
else?
this one. Sorry.
This one affected me.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it.
Karen Maloney said both. Uh-huh.
Anyone else?
Anybody else? Flamin' or flaming with a G? Anyone?
See, I've never eaten these, but I've ordered them as flaming with a G. Brody is flaming.
Well, let's show them what it is now.
Well, it currently is flaming with no G. But there is a ton of residue of flaming with it.
And there you go. We're going to show flaming. Sandy found. Sandy, you did an awesome job. Thank you with all the residue.
You're welcome. We're gonna get. I saved the best one for last, Teresa.
Thank you. So these are showing flaming, which is the way I remember.
That's from Urban Dictionary. That is.
What do you guys
I
think?
want to try
To
some
say
better.
this. You want to try that? No.
Adam,
no,
we didn't.
No.
Adam,
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Oh. Cheetos ice cream.
Adam, what
Why?
do you remember? Adam,
Uh,
what do you remember?
I'm
this is a
or
song,
flaming?
guys.
I'm not really sure. I don't think it had a G though. What's wrong?
Okay.
All right, so someone embroidered this. Actually made
Yeah,
the word, and they called it flaming, even though they embroidered flame in. That's weird, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here's a sweatshirt. Why you'd wear a sweatshirt that says flaming hot Cheetos, I have no idea. But hey, maybe it's sponsored. I don't know.
Train. There you go. Hot Cheetos. Flaming. Sweatshirt. There's like plenty of residue, right, Sandy?
Oh, there's so
No
much.
earrings. I like how
Earrings are
Sandy
kind of
both.
cute.
Yeah, I'd wear those. Seriously. More work to do. Tons of residue.
There's Tony with the blue nose.
Yeah, and the
Yep.
heart-shaped nose on Chester Cheetah. Now, guys, if you look at this one closely, underneath her ring finger, there is zoom in on that. That'd be great. Underneath the ring finger, there's a letter G, not an apostrophe. It says flaming.
Yeah. I wonder if there's
Yep.
any residue in the Simpsons on this. You would think.
Where?
On the Simpsons, you know they always got stuff like that in there.
They do. Well, we have another bag coming up with it actually written with a G on the bag. It should have been. Oh, that's the best one. Where is it?
Uh-oh.
What?
I'm sending you another picture. Picture's missing.
There's 13 photos.
I know. We're missing the best one where it's printed right on the bag. Hold on, I'm scrolling up to get it for you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm a hoarder. Probably about 30,000.
Yeah, right.
All for shows. Here it is. All right, it's in your messenger. I don't know if this is an off-brand or what, but it looks like it's a medication. I don't even know. It's confusing. But the thing is, they write flaming right on the bag. And thanks for sticking around as long as you did. Have a good night's sleep.
Huh.
So, guys, in the box, you can
What's
clearly
this?
see in the right font, flaming hot,
Yeah, it
crunchy
does.
Cheetos.
Yeah, it does.
There's a G.
So, there's a flaming hot somewhere in some reality.
Wonder why it's green. It's green. That's weird.
Good find, Teresa. All right, so the next one. Because most of our stuff is in there really quick. And then I'm looking to see what else we have of Teresa's. Okay, so starting with the first image, guys. So saving Mr. Banks, the font. Like that, and I don't remember the K going under like that. And I found residue
Weird.
in the movie. The image after it. I think I showed the poster next. Yeah, there's the actual poster. You can see that the R goes under the period and the K goes under the S. I the next image. This is from the movie. Same font. R and K are normal.
Well,
That's the way I remember it on the posters. So you agree, Adam?
I've never heard of this movie.
I have. But
Really?
I have.
It's about
It's fun. It's
My
Well-
mom says she has.
P.L. Travers.
and I remember
wrote-
the way she. Yeah. Because I remember the way she
Okay.
says it. First one, not the second.
All right, so Alvin and the Chipmunks. First of all, oh wait, go back to it. I need you to zoom in on. The K is now on top of the S. It's weird looking. Oh, that's the residue. What it looks like. It just looks like a normal K and S in cursive. That's what I remember. I also only remember it as Alvin and the Chipmunks. Mind when we get to it, because
Well,
Flicker throws them in any order. Huh? What'd you
Why
say,
is the
Adam?
C and the H separated? I don't remember that. In Chipmunks, the C and the H are separated. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't remember that either. All right, we'll go back to the Chipmunks when we get to the. Remember Rockers, Barbie and the Rockers looking like this. There's a few more images which are easier to
Yeah,
see.
it's all-
It is all messed up. The K and the R make up the letter E. And that is insane to me. It was not like that. It wasn't. This is an upside down rainbow just for you.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah,
I mean, it's not.
definitely.
It's actually one of those weird ones that's red, orange, yellow on the bottom, and then green,
Yeah,
blue,
it's a little
purple.
weird, but yeah.
It's weird. Okay, next. So I found this Coca-Cola logo with no dash at all. For those of you that remember no dash,
And the flag.
Coca-Cola with no dash, and a red bar flag. Yes. That image isn't supposed to be in there. The regular
Okay.
collection logo is coming up. It's coming. You can just skip over that one. You can't even see it. It's too blurry. All right, so this is just a crazy logo from the 1980s that shouldn't exist in my past.
No way.
The R and the A, the T, E, and the K, A. No,
That's so modern looking.
it's very modern looking. Okay, here's the issue. And the C and the H is connected. Look at the K and the S. It is on top of the half S. But the biggest thing is, where's Alvin? It's just the Chipmunks. It was never the Chipmunks in my past. It was always Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Mhm.
So the
Yeah.
K&S is messed up. And Alvin and is missing. For me, at least. It was always Alvin and the Chipmunks. Never just the Chipmunks. And that's not the only place I've seen it. There's
Yeah, I
something
don't
else in
remember
here.
the
I'll show you.
Chipmunks.
No. Okay, so we talked about Casey before. And can you zoom in on the logo? I'm sorry. The C and the A and the S is merged, but the rainbow's doing the weird thing again. That was just a regular rainbow for me. It was red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. The rainbow is changed. It's green, yellow, orange, red, purple. So it's
Yeah.
backwards, but the purple's on the bottom. I don't remember.
Hmm.
All right, so perfection. Guys, the logo, see the logo there? Do you have to wait for another image? You have to wait for another image.
Another one. It's, yeah, I can't see it.
There's more in there. We'll be talking about perfection when this is just residue of him not having white feathers in his head.
Oh, cool.
It's all yellow. Yellow sun for as a bonus. All right, so there's a better logo. Rockers, so you can see it better. No freaking way was it like that. No way.
No.
No. Nope.
Mm-mm.
No. Tiger. I've talked about this before. I talked about the long R for the tail of a tiger, but the E is now going underneath the R. That wasn't like that, and we didn't talk about the two tasseled balls on the T. I don't remember that there at all. And Tiger Electronics was the whole logo's messed up.
You can fix it.
I see what they're doing there. They're saying those are like the knobs of the games, but that wasn't like that for me. You can if there's duplicates. I just didn't know what was going to show up. Raggedy Ann. This is color forms, or I think, or not forms. So this is from the set like 78 or 79. Look at the A's, guys. Upside down V's with diamonds in them. No. Fonts were not like this when I was growing up. You never would have seen an upside down V with a triangle as an A.
No, they didn't like stuff like that. It wasn't the style. They liked it just plain and simple, easy to read, and no, that's just messed up.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a Mandela Effect. I want to ask you guys, do you remember Viewmaster having a dash? Yes or no in the chat? Adam, do you remember Viewmaster having a dash? Viewmaster is that red thing that you stick a round cartridge in, you click it, and you see pictures in 3D. True Team.
No, I don't remember the dash.
It's okay if you don't remember. I just thought I'd ask. Anyone else in the chat, do you remember if it has a dash or not? I don't remember the dash. Oh, Adam, you're saying no. Okay. I gotcha. All right, you can go on. There's a lot more to go through, and I'm afraid Teresa's going to fall asleep on us. Okay, so if you can zoom into Snow White, as many of you know, I remember Snow White with yellow sleeves. And this is the GE Show and Tell in partnership.
Stop it.
And she has yellow sleeves here, guys. You can barely see it, but Snow White's wearing yellow sleeves. Just like I remember. Okay, so the Mitsubishi Galant from the 80s now has broken A's. Don't remember the broken A's. As in, I don't remember seeing broken A's in the 80s or 90s or 2000s until the Mandela Effect. Okay, so here's perfection how I remember it, I think. Or is this, no, this is the cutoff F and the cutoff T.
The
No, that's
C
cut
looks
off
like
F and
an
the cutoff
O,
T.
like the T's covering an O up.
Yeah,
That is weird. No,
no, that's, yeah.
that doesn't look like a C to
it's-
me at all.
No, and the F and the T were never cut off growing up. They just weren't. The first time I saw a T cut off was when Twitter started. That was the first cut off T I ever saw was Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
About 10 years ago. Okay, this is last week. I covered Pac-Man. I said I don't remember the dash. This is an ad for the cartoon. 8:30 a.m. Saturday. Pac-Man, no dash. Exactly how I remember it. Teresa, are you there? We need you to talk about Gilligan. Teresa?
Uh-oh.
Asleep? All right. What we're looking at is how Teresa and I remember Gilligan's shirt looking. Loose. Okay? You really can't see Gilligan's body under it. I don't know if the next image is Gilligan or not. If Gilligan comes up, I'll explain to you what changed. If not, we'll talk about it later. All right, so that's just another perfection. You can keep going. Oh, and the E's are crooked in perfection too now.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And this is weird too. Reese's Pieces. Look at the crooked E's in Pieces, even though the Reese's E's are straight. Don't remember those.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. No way.
I remember it with the C, Reese's.
Yeah. All right, here's more residue of yellow. Okay, so this is residue of the star between Walmart. For those of you that remember it, I know it was an older logo, but people, so I included it. We talked about a rewind, the barbershop poll last week. And then I see the red and white pole in a commercial, a car commercial. The commercial's for that red car in the background. But there's a red and white barber pole right there. Isn't it funny how I talk about something and then after the show I find all this residue by accident for it? Pac-Man, the barbershop pole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's Gilligan now. The shirt is so fitted you can see his man chest. I don't remember it being that tight. And now it is Teresa. Teresa found this. Do you guys remember Gilligan's shirt being so tight that you can see his chest?
No.
It doesn't look right to me.
I think she's saying Gilligan's a tranny.
What?
Well, that's what she told me. Okay, I'm not saying that. She told me. Oh, God. She's joking. All right, then. Barbie. Mark, there it is again. Oh, my
Yeah, the dupe.
God.
I just threw them in real quick. It was the last folder. I needed to get it up there so we could start. Okay, so Battlestar Galactica now has the upside down V's for an A. This is how I remember Galactica written. This is what it should look like, in my opinion. What I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Actual A's. Is True TNT the only one in the chat right now? I appreciate you answering all the questions and chiming in, True TNT. There's Raggedy Ann again. In the box, I think that's a paper doll. Is that everything in there? Okay, the R and the M is merged. That's it on that one. And then the R and the M.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the E and the T at the top.
Superfection. Don't remember that.
I do.
Look at those E's.
It. But that's what I was. The E's, yeah. But the F isn't cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just the T that was cut off. Then the F cut off. The B's were already broken. That's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
You can skip if you see an so it's the same stuff. All right, spaghetti is broken. I don't know why they broke it. It wasn't broken for me, and now it is. So this is where I saw the Viewmaster. 3D also has a dash. I'm like, is this just Viewmaster's branding? That's why. Because 3D never had a dash for me. It was just 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another question for the chat. I remember this Hasbro logo from the 80s. 2 children back to back. Now they're merging together. Their feet are merged. Their bodies and heads are merged. Do you remember them back to back with their feet sticking out? So you would just see like, I don't know, you wouldn't see a gap between their legs. And then, I don't know, it just looks wrong to me.
Mm-hmm.
No merge, says True TNT. And
Wow.
also no dash for 3D. Answer all.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is just some obscure company in Ohio in the 80s. No. No.
No
L
way.
and H and
There's
I
no
were
way.
not merged. I know. I've never seen this logo before, but I can guarantee you they were not connected like that.
That looks so funny.
Is that H with the eye that?
I know. From the it was like 1983. It's again just the Chipmunks. Just the Chipmunks, not Alvin and the Chipmunks. Just the Chipmunks. And that's not right to me. Okay, so skip over that. We're talking about that next. Skip over it.
Okay.
Skip
I
it.
thought that was maybe in the wrong place.
Yeah, it's in the wrong place.
Okay.
Our beak looks good.
Okay, so the Cabbage Patch Kids, guys.
Cabbage Patch.
I want you to look at the B
Oh,
in
God.
cabbage and the D and S. They are a different font. The B's are now 6s and the D is normal. Why? They used to both look like the D. The B's were normal and now they're 6s. And the T is also curved. I don't know if I remember that. That little foot sticking out under the T. All right, well, since if you're just joining us, guys, say hi in the chat. Yes, I think Teresa fell asleep. Now, we kind of gave it away because I threw an image in the wrong folder. The question is, what color or colors is Grimace from the 80s and 90s McDonald's commercials? What color or colors do you guys remember for Grimace?
I just remember purple.
Okay, and True TNT came out with blue. Interesting. Anyone else? Hey, Preliminal. We just started asking a new question. What color or colors is Grimace from the 1980s? Purple Grimace for Preliminal.
Hey, I just sent y'all something in the private chat.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I do remember purple. What I don't remember, yes or no in the chat, do you remember growing up with Grimace having red lips?
What?
Because, yeah, red lips, like lipstick, like lips, red lips. This is what we're looking at right now is the 2000s. I sorted them by year. The 2000s,
Whoa.
he's this warmer purple. Look at the lips, guys. It's not his mouth open. And I'll have more images to prove it. He has red lips here. It's not his mouth open. I guarantee you that. Commercials and photographs you're going to see. I don't remember the red lips from the 80s. He's more of a cooler purple.
I remember him blue too, actually. Yeah, I think I do remember
well,
him
don't
blue.
you worry, because there's blue. For those of you that remember blue, here's blue Grimace. With and without red lips.
I don't remember his mouth like that.
I don't either.
Without. Yeah.
Well, it gets weirder, guys. All right, so this is current Grimace. Current day Grimace. Cooler, neutral, actually neutral purple. So he was cool, then he was warm, now he's neutral. Huh? Yeah, he has a tongue.
He's got a tongue.
Yep.
God.
But here's the thing. Do you guys remember him having an uncle? Uncle O'Grimacy, who was green?
No.
I don't.
No.
Nope. Of this, and I love Shamrock.
What about what I just put in your chat too? You remember a pirate or scientist either? I don't remember either one of them.
Not the pirate, but the other one I do.
Hmm.
Okay.
The next one, only because of the play places, like the playground thing. But I do remember going.
Yeah.
They had like a birthday party room, and we sat in pirate. The thing is, all right, guys, did you know that Grimace originally had 4 arms and a brown color, aqua, and then purple with 4 arms? Because I have no recollection of this whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
This blew my mind when I saw this.
No way. Look at that mouth. I know. I don't remember
And
any
there's
of
the red lips in a photograph. Just in case anyone was like, no, that's just inside his mouth. No, it's not. You can see the red lips 100% in photographs. Grimace is all messed up, guys. His whole history has changed, in my opinion. You can just pick whatever folder you want. You want to do the sheet? I'm curious what Adam and Preliminal and Fat Earth from Flat Earth and Brody and True TNT remember if they didn't see Mandela Monday on Tuesday last night for St. Patty's Day.
Remember on what? What's the question?
Well, you want to pull up the George Bush folder? Excuse me. The shoe folder. Hi, Foggy Panda. We're just about to ask you a question.
What? What is True TNT talking about?
Where?
It says something is no longer green.
Something is no longer. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny.
Curious, are you still there? Brody,
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Teresa will be so happy to hear that, Brody, when she wakes up.
George Bush effect. What?
Yeah, it's about George Bush. We're getting to it. Here's the question. How many shoes were hurled at President Bush? 1, 2,
What?
or 3?
I missed that one altogether.
You missed it altogether.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It
apparently.
was all over the news.
Huh.
Preliminal says 2. True TNT says 2. Fat Girth and Flat Earth says 2. Foggy Panda has a dual memory of 1 and 2. Anyone else? See, you guys have the same memory as Dan. I don't have that memory, and I saw this. The Daily Show, the regular news.
Yeah, I remember one.
It was everywhere.
Sandy.
1, 2.
I remember one.
1.
Yeah, one.
I know you do. Yep. But she's sleeping, so. She remembers 1 as well. And we got some residue to prove what we remember. There's a lot of it, so we're going to most of it's highlighted. So this is currently, most of you remember, just right in so
Yeah.
last night we timed it was 12 seconds to see both shoes thrown. So it's not 12 seconds. It's all it took to see both shoes. So this says right here, take a shoe, but that's not the residue. It's one. Page 2 is the residue. The next page.
Mm.
You need to go to the next page. This one's just because they go together.
I know. I'm trying to get there. There we go.
Okay, so underneath it says, and this article's from that year. I can't see it. It's too small. Oh, President George W. Bush after a shoe was thrown at him. Not shoes. A shoe. And Karen Maloney remembers one. She messaged me. Oh, thank you, Brody. Brody says, this is my favorite chat by far. Thank you, everyone. Much love. Isn't that nice?
Thank you.
Okay, man who threw shoe at George W. Bush. Not shoes, just shoe. And underneath says, man who threw shoe at George W. Bush again. That's all. It just says shoe. I believe you, Preliminal, but for me, it was only one. Okay, same spot. It says a fictional depiction of the shoe. Keep that in mind, because you're about to see the image of it. Security agents destroyed the shoes thrown. So shoe above, shoes below.
Where's the
Heard her for a second.
Yeah. Okay, Iraqi who threw shoe at Bush has shoe thrown at him. The shoe that the journalist, I'm not going to say his name, threw. Okay. This is like the source where it's called e-footage. This is from 2009. What year was it? 2004? 5? I can't see. But it says, throws a shoe at George Bush. A shoe, singular.
Wow. Great residue, Sandy.
Thank you, Teresa. Do you remember shoes 1 or 2? How many do you remember?
One shoe.
1 shoe. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
Okay, at the bottom it says, this is a farewell kiss from the Iraqi people as he shouted a shoe at Bush. I'm actually surprised people remember too. Like, this is so strong in my memory that it was just 1 shoe. I can't believe people actually remember too.
I know.
Thrown at him last week. Not shoes. Had a shoe thrown at him last week. Said gadget. The person throwing the shoe is playing an elemental shaman. Iraqi who hurled a shoe at Bush to be depicted in a play. This is from there, guys. So even over in Iraq, they are remembering a shoe.
Wow.
This is from 2011. Through a shoe. There's a lot of residue for one shoe. I remember when I said the fictional shoe. This is the fictional shoe on display. It's nothing like the shoe that was thrown. But they're displaying a shoe, not two shoes.
The shoe. Sandy, was the shoe brown or black? You know.
The shoes were sandals, Teresa, that were thrown at Bush.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Okay. Why is throwing a shoe such a big deal? It's not. You need to throw shoes. No, they no longer tackle a man, Brody. At least not in the clip. That's the thing. I threw out and then they tackled him. That's my memory.
Yep.
The former President George W. Bush having to duck that was thrown at him during a press conference. Thank you, Brody. Daniel P. remembers one shoe. Oh gosh, that's horrible. Your phone broke.
Wow.
More.
Brandon, whenever you need to go, you let us know.
Okay. Yeah, I can probably hang out about there 12 minutes.
Okay. So again, who threw a shoe? It's all the same, different sources. They're all reporting a single shoe.
All right. Wow, that's a lot of residue for that.
That girth from the flat earth puts us to Google Maps and compare the maps for sale on the top row versus the Google Earth provided images directly below it. The problem with that is you may see different things for sale than we would. If we look it up on Google, tailored to your internet. So we can try, but we may get different images than you see. Curiouser, can you look that up, please? Go to Google and type in map of Earth, of USA, and see what comes up.
All right.
Should we go to the images tab? Or just the regular search bar?
There versus Google Earth without it.
All right. And what now?
That's what I'm saying. I think we have to go to the images tab.
Yeah, mine looks like what you have on the screen right there. Except I'm doing it on my mobile device. But mad.
So they're saying that the maps at the top are different from the maps from Google Maps. They're different for sale. See the sale, the ones for sale in the boxes, and then the ones below it are different. I'm trying to. I need more. I need you to explain more what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Because Brody, he was tackled, so he didn't get to throw the second one. I'm a wooden spoon survivor too. What are we comparing? I don't understand. Black Earth, what are we comparing?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It looks the same.
All right. We have
a lot to
move it
go
along
through,
here. Not sure. Maybe you can have them message you.
They're just saying yes. I don't understand.
Which folder?
Oh, let's see. How about we do? Do the Saki's.
Which one?
She can't compare the Google Earth map right now. It takes up too much power with StreamYard. That would crash your computer. I thought you were saying compare it with the images below.
I don't even.
If she opens the Google Earth map, it will crash her laptop.
Huh.
I have Google Earth, but I'm on an iPad. I can't present. I'll look into it. I will look into it for the next show. Don't worry, I'll take a screenshot. Okay, guys, this comes from Sakis. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Sakis Chirisis. I understand that we probably, most of us have probably never seen this tree. Bear with me here. He remembers Kinder Penguin. Okay. Next image, because I don't, unless anybody is familiar with this, feel free to chime in.
Yeah.
I remember Klondike Farm too. Yeah. This is ridiculous. It was Kinder. Where is the N now? Do you guys see the logo? It's got a picture of a penguin. It's Pingui. Kinder Pingui. It didn't make sense to me that would be the name. It's okay. You don't say sorry. I will look into it. It's fine. Look into. Looks like Sakis is right. I hope I pronounced. So there's an actual Facebook page devoted to it, the Kinder Penguin. He says someone ate the end. I mean, this cracks me up that German and
maybe the penguin's supposed to be in.
Sites are. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said
Adam?
maybe the penguin because he's shaped like an N. Maybe that's what. Because the penguin,
Yeah.
like the way he's shaped, looks like an N. Maybe that was supposed to have been part of their logo in this reality.
Yeah, it's the shape and
Hmm.
just like a penguin. But it's penguin. P-I-N.
Hmm.
Everybody's remembering it's penguin. But it's weird. It doesn't even sound the same. It's not like, an E was that penguins. No, it's penguin, not penguin. How are so many people getting this wrong? I mean, German
Oh, that
food
is missing an E, ain't it?
websites. Huh?
Could that just be a cultural thing, though? Like maybe that's how they spell penguin?
It could be.
You know how color in England has a U in it? Maybe it's something like
Yes.
that.
Yeah, but the thing is, the N should be there, and it's no longer there. The question was if anybody knew this, if they remember it with or without an N at the end, because now the N isn't there, and people remember it with the N. I mean, even the logo has a penguin in it. Yeah, most people do German and Russian.
That's weird. Nature has both of them.
Through TNT, I'm sorry, I've never friend zones were. I'm not even sure, Brody. All I know is that they remember penguin, and it makes too much sense. So I had to look into it. There's penguin at the end. And the penguin even looks like it's making like an N shape. But when you search the product, it's penguin. It's weird. You're saying it's wait. I think my pronunciation is being corrected. Are you saying it's pengua? Pengua. But see, that's the thing. They remember penguin. So regardless if it's we or wa, they remember we or ha, but they remember penguin. So. I'm trying to look at my images here. Let's do. Well, first of all, I want to show some residue. It's only 2 images. Go to Oscar Mayer. This was sent in by Michael Fontaine. He's not here tonight. You want to see this one since it's Oscar Mayer? It's 2 images.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, like many of us remember Oscar Mayer, EYR, and he noticed that in the song Funky Cold Medina, He says Oscar Mayer, and he looked up the lyrics, and it was EYER. Hell, you got to be careful with Google lyrics because they. So if you go to the next image, I found the actual lyrics printed and signed by Tone Loc. And the ones that are also says NEYER. So Tone Loc remembers Oscar Mayer the same way we do.
Wow.
So it's really good residue. Nice find, Michael Fontaine. That's it. I just want to show that residue from Michael.
Yeah.
You notice the way he spelled wiener too?
No, I didn't.
I-E. Like I've seen it spelled. If you go back and look, it had I-E. But I've seen it both ways, I or I-E.
Yeah, and also,
Yeah.
True TNT just said, does anyone remember a dash in Tone? No, I don't. And to be honest with you, that autograph he did, there was no dash there. He didn't. That's interesting. You want to do like one or two? I'm asking, do you want to do them all, or do you want to save some?
Probably save some. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's do the Visor because I did that on Mandela Monday, and that way I'm not saving one I already did till next week. This is more of a statement, guys. This is not going to be a question. Would be, do you know of these things? Have you heard of them before? Have you seen these before? But
That is a weird.
yeah, these are Vizards, or yeah, Vizards. Have you had this before? Do you even know what it's for?
Look like a map.
They are a mask. Okay, we'll go to the next image. Why these things even became on my radar. See, Curiouser and I both went to art school. I had 4 years of art history class. I have never seen these paintings before in my life. Why someone would pay someone to commission them to paint themselves, have their face in the painting. Visor paintings have existed since the 15th century. Literally, people getting painted with a black spot on their face. So the question is, Pete, have any of you ever seen paintings where the faces are covered up with black?
Yeah.
This when it comes up on my screen, you can just don't scroll for a minute. Actually, I can't see the whole thing. There's a sentence covered up. You got to scroll down a little bit. There you go. Okay, so it says during the 15th, is it 15th or 16th? 16th century, many women wanted to kill as it signified wealth. Only poor farmhands at that time, since the ravages of traveling generally caused them to get men slightly tan, which we pointed out last time makes no sense because they usually travel in carriages. Many women began wearing vizards, black featureless masks covered in velvet. Women held the vizard to their face by having their cord in their teeth. And if the paintings are anything to go by, they looked absolutely terrifying. And I would say uncomfortable. Why would you pay somebody to paint you and then get your painting done like this when they get purple if you wanted them to? There was no. This is the weirdest thing, one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Never saw this before. 4 years of art history is a lot of history to cram into those years. I think I would have seen this. So this is more examples of it, including the one we just saw. Trees is asleep, Drew TNT. There's even a more modern one in the bottom left corner. It's mind-blowing for me. Must have been preliminal, but not in my history. This is crazy to me. Hey, Adam.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay. Are you okay to stick around, or you gotta go?
Yeah. Probably about 5 more minutes at the most.
Okay, I just don't want you to be late. I'm worried. You have me like, I'm like one of those people that will get to work really early. Well, when I did work, sorry for being late.
Yeah. No, I'm good. As long as I leave here about 11:30, 11:35. It's 11:07 now.
Okay, well then, yeah, we're not going to cover everything, so you may be able to stick around to the very end.
Yeah. I'll only do like one more probably.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about airplanes. Oh wait, you said there was is there a discussion folder up there?
Yeah.
I don't see there is. You go to the discussion folder. I want to discuss that really quickly. And then we'll do Diane, and that'll probably be it. So, guys, the first image, I want to ask you if you notice anything strange about it. Do you notice anything strange? Anybody in chat, do you notice anything strange?
No.
Adam, do you notice anything strange about it?
Her
Huh?
never had yellow hair.
Oh, hold on. My wife is saying the female never had yellow hair. I don't know.
Oh, no. Maybe for her, but for me, that's not what I'm talking about. She did have blonde hair for me, but
Oh, okay.
she maybe not for her, but that's not what I meant.
Okay.
I thought her hair was red.
You remember her hair red?
Yeah.
So would you remember?
All right, guys.
Yeah, that's what Nicole remembers.
Specific about what I'm talking about, though. Why is it Smurfs for the first movie? Not Smurfs. It says Smurfs, the Lost Village, then the Smurfs 2. Shouldn't it be the Smurfs, the Lost Village? Yep. Then go to the next image.
What was the TV show called? Was that Smurfs?
We're going to get to that. Can you scroll in on that tray? Can you zoom in on that? I don't know what's going on with the Smurfs because it was the Smurfs for me always. That image was Smurfs at the end. I've never seen it referred to as Smurf. Just Smurf. And I had this tray. We had like 3 of these trays, 3 different types. And I had a Smurfs tray. I don't ever remember seeing the word Smurf in my life with no S. But I have more images of that too. So you can go to the next one. The reason why
That
I
was like
labeled
their
this
last name, Smurf and stuff.
yeah, see, the reason why I labeled this discussion is because it's not a change because I can still find the Smurfs. I'm finding this a lot with many things where it's multiple ways now and it's bothersome.
Yeah.
It should always be the Smurfs. That's the name. But it's not anymore. Now I'm finding the Smurfs, Smurfs, and even Smurf.
Yeah.
Just like the Chipmunks instead of Alvin and the Chipmunks. It was always just Alvin and the Chipmunks, and now it's just the Chipmunks sometimes. Sometimes it's still Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's like they're making it harder for us to prove a change. I think that's what's going on. I think they're trying to make it harder for us to prove that something has changed by making it multiple ways. Which music video changed? I'll look it up for next week, preliminary. We've been on for over 2.5 hours. And she can get a copyright strike, so I'm gonna have to do it with like screenshots. So I will definitely look into it for next week. Thank you, preliminary. And don't worry, we'll credit you. So here now the has been dropped for the Lost Village. I mean, you can skip these because these were all in the first one. I'm more looking for the other Smurf residue. I got all the screenshots. Thank you. Okay, so this was a book, The Purple Smurfs. You're already on. I'm waiting for the commercial stuff. You can skip over that. We already covered that one. I would just go to which is the important one. I could just tell by the coloring. So this is a Viewmaster of the Smurfs, and as you can clearly see, it just says Smurf, no S. And that's just really wrong to me. So
yeah, it's weird.
That's all. I just wanted to point out that we're finding a lot of things like this where there's multiple things happening with the same thing, like the Smurfs, Smurfs, and Smurf. It's bizarre, and I really do think it's whatever's causing this, trying to make it harder for us to prove. All right, and the last one tonight we're going to do is Diane Cannon. You see that one?
Okay.
Guys, in the chat, please spell Diane. Diane Cannon was in Caddyshack 2. She was in Coast to Coast. a big 70s, 80s actor.
See. Yeah. No.
Brody Brodell says D-I-A-N-E. True TNT says D-I-A-N-N-E. Anna Bachwich says D-I-A-N-E. Anyone else want to chime in? How's Diane Cannon spelling her name? Yes, married to Cary Grant. And I have a dual memory on Cary Grant's name. Brody Brodell says maybe 2 N's. Maybe. Well, I do remember the D-I-A-N-N-E. But that's not what it is now. Curious, or what do you remember? What do you remember, Curious?
I think I remember this like it is here.
D-I-A-N-E or D-Y?
I remember both, but I don't remember the D-Y-A-N.
Yeah. Yes, that's the thing. Her name is Diane now, like Ryan. Diane Cannon.
Looks weird.
Yeah, it does.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Devo's hats are purple now? They were red.
Definitely red.
Look at them now.
When we're done this, can you just Google search Devo?
Mhm.
Just to see an image of them? I'm going to look into the stuff he wants me to look into for next week, but no. The hats were not purple. Oh, in that video, they're purple. That's still weird. No. So some people may remember D-Y-A-N-E, and that is Diane with a Y. I can concede to that. But not D-Y-A-N. That's Diane. All right, Adam. Thanks for being here. Adam's
Yeah, I
got to
appreciate it.
run.
Hopefully I can join you.
Yeah, thanks for coming. You come back anytime. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You have a good night.
You have a great night.
You too.
Be safe at work.
All right. I will.
Bye.
Take care of your puppy.
I don't remember Diane at all. Oh, zoom in on. Go back to what we talked about. This is a guy. The previous one. Go up to my note. This guy was in a film with her and says her name is D-I-A-N-E. He worked with her. There's just a ton of residue. Different spellings. It's crazy. Yes, Love Boat. She was in Love Boat 2 preliminary. That's probably where I know her actually best from, is Love Boat. The Love Boat. The Love Boat for me. So. There's just a lot of residue. Oh gosh. Oh, I have to get up. Come on, Silas. Come on in. Up. Silas, up. My cat just came in the room and opened the door wide open. So I had to go close it. All right.
Okay.
So the rest of the stuff we will save for next week because we've been at this for almost 3 hours now.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to show?
Well, I guess there's maybe something. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Well, I guess real fast. Why not? There's here the Virgin Records logo. Let's see. Yeah, here. I don't remember that V going way up. Do you remember that? Way up like that?
Let me see.
Or Virgin, what is it? Something.
It's a little high, yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Like I would cut off like a little piece on the top. That looks a little high.
Yeah, it does. So I found this residue here. That looks better.
It's a little too short for me. I remember it higher than the other side, but not that high.
A little higher, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it's something anyway. Okay, and let's see. I also got I don't remember this Gulf gas station being orange. I remember it was a dark red for me.
Down there, isn't there? It was orange.
Yeah,
for me,
that's going to be the residue. I'm just showing you the orange. That's way too bright, way too orange for me. That's a little darker, but it was more like let's see here.
I remember
it's more
that.
like dark, like red, like that. Yeah,
I remember
it's
the
darker
dark
red
orange.
colored.
Now
yeah,
it looks like an actual orange.
And here's darker red again, and finally here's darker red too. Yeah, I remember this darker red here. Color for that.
That's interesting. Did you check?
All right, and
What's the color?
let's see. I guess we can go there.
I'm sorry, Adam. So I'm gonna have the Smurf song stuck in my head all night. Because it said have Smurfs, not the.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be, it's going to be too hard to find it. I'll have to look at it, or maybe not. Let's see.
Gulf Station doesn't come up? Gulf Gas?
No.
Let me see.
Go. Let's see if this is it. Not, I'll have to look at it another time. Oh,
It's Gulf Oil, yeah.
there it is. It's always been orange. But this is,
No,
this is, I don't remember this at all.
But 1960
No, I
to
meant
64 was red.
Yeah,
So
but
when,
it was, see, the one I remember was like this, but
no,
it was
that's what I'm
red.
saying. I'm saying that that kind of supports that in your past, instead of switching to orange, they kept it red. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. But here they are. Here it is orange. So that's weird. Okay. And then the IBM does, I do not remember it always being, having horizontal stripes going across like this, blue. I don't remember these at all. And if you look here, apparently it's
See, now we
been
just
like that
disagreed on
since
this.
1967. I just remember, I remember the solid. And that's it.
Do you guys remember the lines? Or where's the stripes? I don't drew TNT. I don't remember. Only Shell gas station had the seashell behind it for me.
I think that's it for me.
Okay. Well, guys,
Yep.
we appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
Just
thanks
sticking it
everyone for
out.
coming, and it's been a good show, as usual. It's been very
Thank you again, Adam, for being here. Because
good.
Adam's still in
And
the chat. Teresa, I don't know how we're going to get
all
her to hang
right.
up.
I know, really. Teresa. All right, everyone.
All right,
And we're going to call it a night, and you guys all have a
All right, guys.
wonderful evening, and take care of your health. For sure.
Yes. Wash your hands and stay indoors as much as you can for the next week or two.
Yeah.
Be safe out there.
All right, take it easy, everyone. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Thanks for
everyone.
being here. Bye.
Good night.